An award-winning faith film with local ties is getting a national release for one night only this month. The film, Between Mercy and Me, aims to spark raw and honest conversations around sensitive topics like race, gentrification, and more, all within the evangelical church. Joining us via Zoom this morning, a couple of key people behind this film. We've got director Craig Lamar Brown and actress and producer Andrea Sommer. Welcome both of you to the Morning Mix. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
Now, Craig, let's start with you. This is your directorial debut, right? What's the main storyline here between Mercy and Me?
Yeah, it's just my directorial debut. In the midst of 2020, I saw that there's a big disconnect in regards to having healthy and productive conversations around race, and I thought the best way to tackle that was through a love story that's coupled with music and just dealing with those complex issues around race and gentrification that is normally kind of difficult to tackle. That's part of the inspiration of the story, and
Craig, I got to be honest. That sounds. I mean, I was reading the topics that you're tackling in this film. Pretty emotional, pretty sensitive themes, but you still have to entertain people. That had to be a tricky balance.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. It was it was a lot of nights I've stayed up just worrying, like, how are we going to pull this off? How are we going to pull off a heavy musically influenced film about racial unity while entertaining people, but still tackling those deep, difficult topics within the church and society as a whole around race. Yeah, it was difficult, but I think we did a good job. I think we pulled it off.
Andrea, let's get you in here. I mean, as I mentioned, we're talking about some race, gentrification, some difficult topics. How do you balance that honesty and that authenticity, but maybe stay away from triggering trauma for some viewers who may have lived some of this stuff?
Yeah, sure. I think a lot of the script was born of conversations that we were having as a team, behind the scenes. And so the more honest conversations we had, the more fodder we had for dialogue in the film. And then I think the combination between that and a love story that anyone can connect with, and then music, which is like a universal language, those things, really we just tried to model and demonstrate healthy conversations within a storyline.
Obviously, as you mentioned, a love story. So you've got Hugo and Mercy, the two main characters. Can you speak to the chemistry maybe between the actors, how they brought their characters to life on the screen? One of them looks awful familiar.
It was, it took a lot of work and a lot of deaths to the script and a lot of rebirths on how do we make this relationship authentic, and how do we make it blossom? And I think a lot of that was, again, like having honest conversations around the race, but also just taking the beautiful parts of the film, the music and the story, and meshing them together to again help inspire those conversations. So it was definitely it was a blast. It was a blast. Writing the movie heavily music influence was a whole lot of fun, and I think we pulled it off.
Obviously, we're talking about an interracial relationship here, and I don't want you to give away like a spoiler alert here, but I mean, there was this routine traffic stop, that scene in your film. How do you hope that scene is going to impact a viewer's understanding of systemic racism and bias, and without giving too much away?
So that scene was one of the scenes that I stayed up late at night thinking about. But the goal was to show perspective from Mercy, who's jubilant white female who's super joyful and compassionate and positive, and then Hugo, a Black man growing up in the inner city. So just showing the contrast of the two, and the hope is that, like, in that moment, everyone can understand from each side, Black or white, what it may feel like for that person. So the goal is to help inspire empathy in that scene. And yeah, you know, Zivko, I think it definitely communicated what Hugo was feeling quite well, without giving away all the details.
Yeah. No, I don't want any spoiler alerts. I know I don't want any spoiler alerts, Greg. But empathy, obviously, is a key thing to take away from that. And I mentioned this is a faith-based film, so we're talking this is really aimed somewhat at churches and people of faith. How can you speak to that?
Yeah, I think in 2020, I think the church missed. I think the church entered into a lot of the same discussions with the same amount of passion and anger that the rest of the world did. I think it was an opportunity for the church to step in and lead, and I just think it missed in that moment. So that's why it was kind of a conversation of, you know, this pillar that is to uphold society and be a positive force, you know, is broken in some ways. And also, I just wanted to bring that conversation to the front of, like, hey, like, if the church is going to call itself good and beautiful, we need to be the ones to tackle these types of conversations first with a lot of grace and truth.
Well, congratulations on this being shown nationally. That's got to be a big thrill for you. Between Mercy and Me, showing for one night only on June 20th. That's the day after Juneteenth. How apropos is that? A lot of conversations happening. Celebration North, Celebration Rivertown, Phoenix Theaters at Woodland Mall, all will be showing it. You can visit fathomevents.com to find more information and tickets. Thanks again to you both for joining us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.